welcome back. As you can see, the car is back at the house, so that means it's running, it's driving, and it's stopping. So there's a lot that I haven't filmed on the car. It's been a long time since I made an update, so I'm just going to show some clips first of what I did manage to record, and then I'll go over what I didn't record right now. What's up, guys? It's been a minute since I made a video, and in this time I made a lot of progress on the car, me and my dad together. So let's just cover it before we start talking about what we're going to do today. As you can see, the core support is on for good now. The engine bay's been painted, and I just came back from getting the wheels, stock wheels, tires mounted and balanced. So there's a lot of things that we can do with the car now. I've also been buying parts to get the motor back in. They just got delivered, which was the engine mounts and transmission mounts, which I needed for the car, and I needed a new Y pipe because this one was super rusty, so we're changing that too. But I've been dying to install the air suspension on this car, so that's what I want to do today. I want to get the suspension on and the wheels and tires, so this thing can be a roller again, because right now I don't even have front wheels to put on it. Well, up until I got the tires put on, I didn't have anything, and it was stuck here. Best thing to do right now is to grab all this stuff and start laying it out. These are all the airlines for the car. The guy labeled them for me, what's what. So we've got rear right, front right, that's all the wiring. Front left, and rear left. Okay, so this makes this super easy. All of this gets ran under the car, and then this gets ran through the car and then out to the battery. So I'll probably run the airlines first and then run the wiring through the car. The previous owner had this freaking ginormous speaker wire drilled right through the firewall, so I'm probably just going to use that existing hole to run it out here to the battery. But I'll probably clean it up, probably put a grommet inside the firewall because there likely is not one, and we'll tuck the wires in the car nicely now, especially because there's no interior in it. I gotta pull all this stuff out, but yeah, let's just get this started. The guy that I bought this from, he already had all these lines cut to length, so it makes it very easy for me. Alright. Alright, the airline is installed on the rear right. Next thing I gotta do is just run it into the car, into the trunk. I'm gonna drill the plug out here so it's large enough to fit 2 airlines. I'll do this side going down and into this hole, and then the other side will run through that hole, and it should be neat enough that way. Yeah. Alright, I'm filming this after work. Here's where we are with the car. It's inside now. The next thing I gotta do is kind of just route the harness where it needs to go. Get all that put up. It's kind of where it needs to go, but not exactly. I have to put these brake lines in, and I also have to run the AC line right here that goes down the frame, because it's going to be too tight to try to do this without it where it needs to be. So I'm going to do that first, and then we'll see about what else needs to be done so we can drop this motor in. On the exhaust, the studs broke, so we ended up drilling them out and changing them, putting bolts and nuts. The threads are still there, so this is actually threaded. It's basically like a stud, except now it's like removable. So yeah, that's pretty much where we're at with it. I'll get everything on the front of the motor once it's back inside, and I think I'm gonna put the transmission in afterwards instead of trying to like put everything in at once, just because I don't want to scratch the firewall or anything like that. So okay, here's how we're looking now with all the brake lines hooked back up, running back against the firewall, and this AC line that runs down and to the front. I guess I'm gonna try to put this motor in. All right, after some time, we're back. I had to order this piece right here from Lexus. It's the piece that goes right here. Wait, it goes like this. And he keeps dirt from going into the timing belt area. This was missing when I took this engine apart. So this will seal it up nicely. This is on, orientated the right way. It's supposed to flare out that way. And now this cover can go on. And this one just sits on here like that. We'll bolt him down next and keep going. Got all the front covers back on. Sensors plugged in, mass airflow's plugged in. I just double checked the oil, added 3 quarts of transmission fluid just so it's not completely dry. And battery's connected. Just put a new battery in it. Let's see if this thing starts up. Starts. So some of the stuff that I didn't record was running the airlines. I have them all tucked underneath the car. I'm having a problem with the manifold though. I might have to send it back to Airlift or call them to see why the handheld controller won't connect to the manifold. So I had to put manual valves on each of the airlines just to air the car up and get it home. Unfortunately, I can't raise and lower the car right now, like at the flip of a button. So that sucks, but we'll figure that out next. Relating to the motor, it sucked because I couldn't really film so much of it. I would just work on it here and there after work. But everything's hooked up for the most part, minus some vacuum lines that need to be connected. So the car kind of idles rough, but it drives smooth, it stops, it goes, the timing is on point. So I still have what needs to be done still. I still have to connect the AC, power steering, vacuum lines. I've got to tidy up the wires for the air ride. I got to put the fuse box cover, the wipers, the cowl, all like minor stuff. But we're working on it. The interior is far from complete at all. I have the full black interior here, so the plan is I'm gonna take everything out in this video of this car, and we're going to get the full black interior put in, at least the dashboard and carpet. So I guess without further ado, let's start cleaning this car out and getting ready to put the carpet in. Okay, it's getting dark, but this is everything I took out of the car that I was just in it since I drove home. Fender liners, some plastic trim, all the old speaker wire from the previous owner. This factory amp wiring was cut so they could extend it, and now at least it's part of the dash, so when I swap the dash over, I'll have that new, not new, but uncut. It's getting dark, so I'm just gonna like clean out all this trash, and tomorrow we'll continue. We'll get the carpet in, and we'll probably get the dashboard in with the steering column and the new steering wheel, and that's probably where we'll call it for this video, because I don't want it to be too long. Alright, what up guys? It's the next day. Getting ready to put the carpet in. So I cleaned all the floorboards, got all the coins and trash and dust out of it. I cleaned the AC vents that are on the floor. It's pretty much ready to go. So I'm going to throw the carpet in so I have something nice to lay on, and then we'll start working on the dashboard, getting this one out, putting the new one in, and we'll just see how far we can get. The carpet looks really nice. Something else that I'm changing is this shifter. You see, this is the one that was in the car, and on these Lexuses they always do this weird delamination thing. I don't think anybody's made a fix for it yet. And look at how clean the one in the parts car is. I've never actually seen one that's this clean. This one's also like cracked here. This one's mint. So, but we're gonna start with the carpet. Throw the carpet in, make sure all the wires are coming out the way it should, and just keep going. Alright, that's a big bit of progress here. This dashboard's junk. It's everything we took out of it. So I'll just clean this area up a little bit and prepare the new dashboard to go in. Be right back. Here's the new dashboard. Minty clean factory black dash, clean steering wheel, nice wood grain, everything's super clean on it. The cluster, it's still in the back, I gotta grab it, but yeah. Set the camera back up and we'll start putting this in the car. Okay, so I'm about to put the steering column back in, and I have to use the old one, not only because of the ignition, but because this entire shape is different, and that shaft that comes out ends right there. This thing has like an extension on it versus the one that came on the black interior. This thing's out way longer and it's a different end. Plus, swapping the ignition barrel for the key is going to be a mission. So I'm just going to put this one back in and then swap everything over. I gotta swap this over because that thing's messed up. But I'll get it back in the car first, and then I'll swap the wheel out, because I want to plug everything back in and make sure that everything still works. So let's go. Alright, here's the next stuff to go in. I'm gonna swap all this stuff over onto this column. I'll start by taking this off, and we'll keep going. Alright, so my camera just broke. The tripod fell over when I rolled the car back, but basically what I've come to find out now is that the car won't start. It just turns over, and that's because this dash actually has a different part number of this wire harness here than what the old one had. And there's a plug that's not being plugged in for the immobilizer, and it's causing a huge deal, causing the car not to start. So in the next video, I'm gonna have to pull this dash apart again and swap the harness over. I didn't want to use the old harness because it was cut for the radio and stuff. So I picked one up. This is the correct harness for my car. This is what I'll swap in, and we'll be good to go.